Hello there everyone, Ash and Flash here, and welcome on into a very exciting LEGO DC news video. Today we're going to be talking about a brand new rumor. As always, please take these things with a grain of salt, but the rumor is saying that we will be getting set number 76300, an Arkham Asylum set, retailing for $399.99 USD, so it'll probably be $499.99 Canadian sometime in the summer. It's also rumored to be including more than 10 minifigures in the set. So this is very exciting. I have a lot to sort of speculate and talk about with this. So you can find time codes and chapters if you want to hop around to the different things that I sort of want to talk about for my ideal version of this set. First thing I want to talk about is it makes sense for this to be happening. I just think that we've been obviously seeing that LEGO is prioritizing for DC and Batman yearly now at this point. These large scale models here for 18 plus adult collectors, and I think that Arkham Asylum is obviously one of the most iconic locations in DC in general, but even when it comes to Batman, of course, as well. And I personally, if you look at the history of LEGO, I don't think there's been a bad Arkham Asylum set at all. I think they've all been really good, including the 4+ one. I think is just fun for what it is as well. So what would I like for this to be based off of? Well, I don't know. I've got obviously a lot of different things that I'd like to see them do. My number one go-to is that this is based off of the video games. That would absolutely be a dream come true, that we get all of these minifigures and character designs from the games, as well as just the buildings. And I expect there to be references in the set, whether it's a Riddler trophy hidden somewhere, you know, a vent grate that you can remove to crawl through or something like that. The different character tapes that you can collect around, I don't know, like a broken wall that you can knock down. Like, I truly hope that ideally, at the very least, we get just a ton of references to the games here, even if it's like lines on the floor to the visitor center. I don't know. I'm going all these different places. Another thing that they could do is the Batman animated series version of it. I think that it's probably iconic enough of a building and design, and I think that character-wise, that would make just a ton of people happy to be getting a lot of the characters and designs from the show. Would be really exciting to see as well. I don't think that this is really, I can't see it being movie based. Like, I just don't think that we've ever had sort of a presence for Arkham and a definitive iconic design that would translate well to this. Not as iconic as other things like I've just mentioned before. I also could see them just doing their own version like we've seen them do before. I think that them creating their own design would allow it to reference just anything they wanted, whether it's the Joel Schumacher design of it. There's some room with like a bunch of villain equipment. I don't know, like again, the opportunity here to reference different media but also different characters is really quite limitless with a set at this size and price. I want to talk about the modularity of this. I've seen some people talk about, especially after getting the mansion that doesn't necessarily belong in New York, but it's able to connect to these other buildings. Some people have said that they would really love a modular Arkham Asylum, and I think that it would fit in well. I mean, if you think about just in different forms of media, like Arkham Asylum is not always on top of a hill or on its own island. It's sometimes just in the center of the city. So I think that if it was like LEGO's own design, or even if it was based off of the video game or whatever it was, just taking inspiration architecturally, I don't know, just looking up some mocks online, this is by Yellow Box, like this would be incredible. I really think that something like this, obviously there's taking a lot of inspiration here from the existing sets, but this would just be a dream come true. I wouldn't mind it being modular. I think that would be really fun, and hopefully the start of future Gotham and DC modulars would be really, really cool. But also, I know that some people are like, oh, not everything has to be modular. I kind of like the idea of that for superheroes personally. But also, the original Arkham Asylum was actually modular. If you got multiple of them, you were able to swap them around, move around the corners and different things and build it out, which I think was a really cool thing that they had back then for that set back in 2013. Before we get into like the specifics of the minifigures, I just want to talk about this term that we use in a lot of different videos. It's called bleeding minifigures. And what that means is that for sets like Avengers Tower to have 30 plus minifigures, the reason that's able to happen is because there are existing sets on shelves that they're able to pull those figures, bleed them into other sets, or introduce someone in Avengers Tower and then bleed them into future sets as well, sort of like what we just saw happen with like the Hulk last year. And then on the flip side of things, when there aren't a lot of sets on shelves to offer you to pull figures from, like the X Mansion just had, there's only the X Jet to pull from, then you're left with a small amount of figures. Now, this set is a little bit more expensive than the Mansion, and it seems, 10 plus figures. I hope that we do get some people here that we've never gotten before. Also, just realized if it's like the LEGO Batman movie one, if they're all in jumpsuits, then all you would need to do is create new faces for everyone. In terms of dream minifigures that I'd like to see included here, though, because this is going to be an 18 plus set, obviously, and we've seen them do characters that they would never put in a regular set, like Punisher in the Bugle. Obviously, the list is just so long that we could get for this. But for me, number one absolutely has to be the Mad Hatter. We have been waiting to get the Mad Hatter since the video game. That's it. I really don't get it. He was just referenced in the Batman the Animated Series Gotham City Skyline, so I'd hope for that. I really would. I think that a couple other people, Scarface and the Ventriloquist as well, is one that I just so badly need. Even maybe, and I don't want to say this because I want both, but if just Scarface is included somewhere in the model, I think I would just lose my mind to see that. I think Lockup would be really cool as well. Again, another character that's referenced in the Gotham City Skyline. An Arkham Knight figure as well would be a dream come true. Zaz would just be insane. But again, 18 plus, why not? Even, throw a shirt on him. I don't care. I cover him up a bit if you don't want to have all those cuts being shown. I don't know. Black Mask is another one that I think we've been waiting a long time to see. Azrael would be really cool as well. Again, my list, I could keep going. I don't know, I could even predict the gift with purchase. If we're going off of what we just had for the Botanical Garden, maybe they include a gate or something as a buildable thing, and then we get some characters in there that already have existed before. And I don't know, I really just think that there's a lot of potential here for this. Maybe an ambulance or something would be a good gift with purchase as well. If this was a modular and it's on the base plates and everything, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But, I mean, Superheroes has gotten the taxi and different things before, so why not? But I'm excited. I really am. I'm trying not to get my hopes up for this set because I could really see this being like one of my all-time favorite sets of all time if done correctly. But we'll have to wait and see. So be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future LEGO Batman and DC set news, rumors, reviews for the January sets, and all that fun stuff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll link a video at the end here about that. And I'll link at the end here my Arkham video. I really think that this is one of my favorite videos I've ever done on the channel. But anyways, be sure to subscribe, turn the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future LEGO Batman and DC set news and reviews. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. We'll see you all in the next one.